is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric, and today it's time to review another Jon Bon Jovi album, continuing the gigantic Bon Jovi review series. Due to popular request, I'm back for another review, and it's Jon Bon Jovi, Destination Anywhere, 1997. The time has come. This is Jon Bon Jovi's second solo album. I've already reviewed Blaze of Glory. If you missed it, it's on the channel. Okay, so check that one out. But now it's time for 97's Destination Anywhere. Unlike 1990's Blaze of Glory, this album came out while I was a mega fan. I was so excited. I ran to Walmart right when they opened. I was like, where's Jon Bon Jovi Destination Anywhere? They looked at me like I was crazy. They're like, it's still in the box. They haven't even stocked it yet. They opened up the box with a box knife and took out the album for me. And it was a little bit different looking. It didn't have the typical jewel case, but it was still a really cool looking album. And I was so excited. So excited. And I'd already heard Midnight in Chelsea. It took some time to grow on me, but I really like that song a lot. But I'll get into that song here in a bit. But overall, when I took it home and first heard it, it is definitely different. It does feel like a slower burn. I knew the songs were pretty good. I had very strong lyrics. And, you know, his voice is there, and it's just a really interesting album. But after, it took some time. This was one of the slower albums to grow on me. If I would have given you a first reaction, I probably would have been like, oh, I don't know. That's a slow album. That's not no Bon Jovi, But after several listens, a few weeks, I grew to love this album. I feel like it's really strong. Some of the best songwriting of his career. Maybe not my personal, favorite, type of direction, but overall, just awesome songs on here. The songwriting is really strong on here, and like I said, I already knew the lyrics were good, but after a while, I really grew to love the songs. There is some good, strong hooks in here, but there's also just very deep, rich music, and it's a really good album in my opinion. You just have to kind of go in with the expectations. It's not going to be your typical Bon Jovi. It shouldn't be a typical Bon Jovi. It's a solo album, Jon Bon Jovi, and but still, Blaze of Glory I felt was more close to the Bon Jovi I love, with just the huge choruses and just the amazing songs. That album is just next level. Whereas this one, you have to kind of take a different approach. But once you figure that out and kind of accept it for what it is, I feel like it's an amazing album. Of course, it also accompanies a movie starring Jon Bon Jovi. I've seen the movie 3 or 4 times. I don't remember it being particularly great, but not terrible either. Kind of a low-budget movie, and the songs kind of match the film, and the film is not exactly bright, rainbow and sunshines all throughout. So it's a little bit of a dark, dreary movie, and so it's a little bit of a dark, dreary album, kind of. A lot of slow burns, but there is a song on here that at the time that this album came out, so that's my damn favorite song of all time. At least that's how I felt at the time, and it's still one of my favorites. But let's get into it song by song, starting with the first track called Queen of New Orleans.
She was looking fine. She said, you wanna drive me home, but what I didn't know, I was dancing with the Queen of New Orleans. Dancing in the streets of New Orleans. Dancing cheek to cheek in New Orleans. It was almost like a dream.
This is one that is, again, very different right off the bat. It's got a cool guitar riff to start, but Jon Bon Jovi's vocals are kind of down in a lower registry, but I actually like this song from the first listen. I thought this was a very unique song and a really fun song to listen to. And it, somehow, even though there's no big giant hooks, it's just catchy all the way through. From the verse to the chorus, everything is really catchy and it's really fun to listen to. And this one with the sha-la-las in the back, ooh, sha-la-la-la, I was dancing with the queen, just has a really nice groove, very catchy right off the bat. This is one that I really liked a lot. It's fun to sing those verses down low, me and Lee met summer 95 in a burgundy dress, looking finer than a French wine, Cajun queen with another side, she was a schoolboy's dream, I was out of my mind. I got pretty much the whole album memorized, by the way. And then it picks up a little for the pre-chorus. Said, you want to drive me home. It's just a very solid song. interesting instrumentals on this one. A lot of interesting choices. You could tell, yeah, right away, this ain't no Bon Jovi album. Again, very different than kind of Blaze of Glory that starts out, Billy, get your guns. It's exciting. You know, could be a Bon Jovi album for all I know. This one, you're like, okay, no. But I still really like this song, and I grew to love this song. First time I heard it, I was like, okay, yeah, that's nice. That's a nice groove. And I always liked this one. And now it's phenomenal. I really like Queen of New Orleans. Great groove, great lyrics, great way to kick off the album. Not your typical way to kick off the album, but I really like it. I think it sets the stage nicely. And I'm going to give this song a very strong 9.5. Queen of New Orleans.
I'm begging you now, baby, please just hold me. I got one foot in and one foot off the ground. Janie, don't you take your love to town. Janie, don't you take your love to town. If I gotta beg, I'll beg. Just don't walk away. Janie, don't you take your love to town.
Janie, Don't You Take Your Love to Town is another one. Right off the bat, I liked it. In fact, I loved it. I thought this was, okay, now we're getting to Bon Jovi. When I heard this song, I thought this kind of was the way the rest of the album was going to go. It didn't happen that way, but this song has maybe one of the closest to a more of a Bon Jovi sound, even this one's not really, but just with the big chorus and everything. Janie, don't you take your love to town. It's just a really strong chorus to me, but I love how it kicks off with just the acoustic guitar, and just a very catchy song in general. It even has a pretty kick-ass guitar solo, and then it goes into a lighter kind of a bridge or a lighter chorus, and then it hits back strong to the chorus. So it's structurally, it's pretty much a Bon Jovi song. This is one song that I could see on a Bon Jovi album and not be too shocked about it. But there are some different instrumentals in it. It does definitely not have the exact sound. Even the guitar solo, it doesn't sound like Richie Sambora necessarily, but it is a pretty kick-ass guitar solo. But overall, I thought this song it's just very listenable. I find it hard to think that too many fans listen to this and are like, what is this garbage? Although some of the other songs on this album you might get that response first time listen, but not. I don't think this song. I don't really have a lot of problems with the song. I just always loved this one from the first listen on. I've always really liked it a lot. I don't think it quite has the power of one of Bon Jovi's best or anything. It's just a really strong, catchy song. Powerful lyrics again, very good, and just a fun listen. Again, about a 9, I'd say. I think I slightly prefer Queen of New Orleans, although after my first listen to this album, I would have said this song is a lot better. But after several listens, all these years later, I think that Queen of New Orleans is just, to me, stood the test of time slightly better. Although Janie, don't get me wrong, this song is a really awesome song, so I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
The old man with the whiskey stains lost the night, forgot his name. His poor wife was sleeping alone again, and it ain't hard to understand why she's holding on to her own hand. It's midnight in Chelsea, midnight in Chelsea. Asking me for favors, no one's looking for a savior, they're too busy.
Next up, we got Midnight in Chelsea. Again, this was the first song I heard from the album. I got some kind of like an MP3 file at the time. It wasn't like today, you just jump on YouTube at that time. I had somebody sent it to me, like an MP3. It wasn't the best quality, but I was like, what is this? It just sounded funny. At first time I listened, it sounded almost like country. But then after a few listens, it's got an interesting shuffle to it. Kind of... it's just, I was hoping, I need to get the CD and hear the crisp version of this, because I don't know what the hell this is, but it don't sound like Bon Jovi. I couldn't even recognize his voice barely in that file. So then I got the actual CD, and it was pretty much the same song. I was like, wait, this is weird, because, it feels like a drum machine. I think it is. It's got it's kind of a looping drum sound, interesting shuffle. It's a cool beat in the background. Do, 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 do. But again, your mindset is Bon Jovi, and you're listening to this like, what is this? The chorus and everything. Midnight in Chelsea, sha-la-la. I got the sha-la-las again. But I grew to really love this song after a while. It took some time. This one took some serious time, but after, listening to the album over and over, I started to feel it. I started to really love the chorus, and I just love the song overall. It does have a really strong bridge, a kind of a more typical Bon Jovi bridge. By the time you get there, really strong. Jumping back into the chorus, it really picks up towards the end, and the music video really, I think, would help a lot here. You see the music video, how it goes along with all the themes that the song is talking about. And it turns out, over time, I really love this song. It's not, again, one of my top Bon Jovi songs or John Bon Jovi songs or anything like that, but I grew to really enjoy it. I think it's got an awesome beat and just, it's different, and it's okay because, again, this is a solo album. It's not expected to be, although I expected a little more Bon Jovi-ish, hey, it's all good. And I came to really love this song. If you're looking for something a little bit different, a little different sound, this is the album to go to sometimes. And Midnight in Chelsea turned out to be a really fun one. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Again, it's not 10 to me. It's not, blow me away type song. I don't think it's meant to be that, but it really works for what it is. And so far through 3 songs, this album is really impressing. Nothing lower than a 9 to me. And again, our first listen, I was really confused about this song, but I grew to really like it.
Put it in a frame for you to see how beautiful you really are to me. Ugly, ugly, all of us just feel like that someday. Ain't no rainbow in the sky when you feel UGLY, and that's ugly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ugly, while it's in some ways a simple song, it's also a really deep song. It's some awesome lyrics and, of course, that awesome riff to get it going. And, yeah, that riff kind of comes back. And it's just, it's not, breaking totally new ground. We've heard similar riffs, but it's a pretty cool, single note riff right there. And I really enjoy that one. And it fits right in with the song. And it's got a cool verse, cool chorus, very catchy. And, again, very deep lyrics, very cool lyrics. I wish I were a camera sometime so I can take your picture with my mind. Put it in a frame for you to see how beautiful you really are to me. So it's cool. I enjoy those lyrics and I enjoy this song. Ugly, and a very cool chorus. All of us just feel like that someday, and a lot of good instrumentals. Just a very solid song and a very deep and very strong song. I think that it just fits right in. Again, this one grew on me a little bit, but I liked it from the beginning. It wasn't one that I thought was too weird. I thought this was a pretty cool song, but I think the only thing I thought maybe was a little too overly simple. Like, come on, man, where's the big stuff? I want the big stuff. And but I realized this album ain't about the big stuff. This album is about it's a very thematic album and a very deep album. And the songs all, for the most part, they really grow on you over time. I think it's a beautiful album. You just have to give it a chance. And this song, first listen, maybe I would have given it an 8, but over time it's grown on me some more, and I think a good solid 8.5 for Ugly. Again, not one of my favorites. I prefer the other songs so far, but still Ugly, a really cool listen. 8.5 for Ugly.
Staring at your window with a suitcase in my hand. The streetlights buzz as the cars roll by, and the moon don't give a damn. My boots just keep on walking, but my heart don't understand why I'm staring at your window.
Staring at your window with a suitcase in my hand, another kind of a slow burn. I wasn't overly impressed the first time I heard it. I love the lyrics, but I just thought, man, come on now, where's the good stuff? But turned out I love this song. Again, it took some serious time. But this song is absolutely beautiful. I love how the instruments work in it. It's not Bon Jovi again. This is a song that Bon Jovi could record. I could see this as a Bon Jovi song, but it would sound quite different. The drums would be a little louder, a little sharper. The guitar would be a little different, and some of the other instruments wouldn't be there at all. But overall, it's just a beautiful song. I like how it turned out. I love this version, this recording. It's absolutely awesome. It's kind of deep. It's kind of got a haunting sound to it. You can feel the darkness. You can feel him out there with a suitcase in his hand. And just a really awesome song. Street lights buzz as the cars roll by and the moon don't give a damn. A lot of really sick lyrics in here and a beautiful song. But this particular song grew on me a lot. My first listen, I might have given it a 6.5. I'm not really sure. But today, Staring at Your Window with a Suitcase in My Hand is damn awesome. I absolutely love this one. I'm going to give it a very strong 9.5, and it's bordering on 10.
There's no love, there's no hate. I left them there for you to take. Know that every word was a piece of my heart. Have I said too much? Maybe I haven't said enough.
Next up, we got Every Word Was a Piece of My Heart. Absolutely awesome song. This is one I liked from the beginning, and I grew to love. It's still, even this one took a little bit of time, but I knew I liked it from day one, and I absolutely adore this song. This song is kick-ass. This song's got everything you want. Still the sound, it's not Bon Jovi again. You know, with the drum mix and everything, it's still got more of an electronic sound in some ways. It's still a little bit softer, but it does grow. It does build up, and by the end, it's just absolutely kick-ass. It even has an awesome guitar solo. And there's a lot of really good musicians that, helped with this album, just not the guys that we're used to. Obviously, Dave Stewart was a producer, played some guitar on it. Bobby Bandiera, who has toured with Bon Jovi, played guitar on this one. Desmond Child was involved. A lot of big-time musicians, just a huge list of them were involved in this album. And they did incredible work. Just maybe, again, expectations. But this song has a similar feel to the previous song that I just talked about, but I thought it was a little bit better, and I still think it's a little bit better. I think it just has a stronger chorus, a stronger pre-chorus with the build-up. Hey now. There's even another version of this song that's a little more up-tempo. It's got some female backgrounds. Hey now. If you haven't heard that one, look it up. It's probably on YouTube. I heard that one on a single. I think it was a Midnight in Chelsea single. I can't remember. It was on there. There was a song called Drive on there, which is an awesome song that didn't make the album for some reason. That's nothing new. We know the B cuts, the songs that didn't make the album are usually the best ones, in Bon Jovi's history. But yeah, I actually prefer this version slightly over that more up-tempo version. They're both awesome. This particular song, Every Word Was a Piece of My Heart, I feel like is awesome. And it's one of my tops on the albums. I don't see it being much better, and I'm going to give this one a 10. That's where I'm at with it. Every Word Was a Piece of My Heart. One of my favorites on this album. We'll get to my favorite soon enough.
That faded rose that's all dried out was Bukowski poems we couldn't live without. Your high school picture when you had wild hair. That stormy day on the beach that got us here. And you better believe there's just one thing you need. Oh, can't you see? It's just me, baby. It's just me, baby. There's just one thing that you should keep in your book of dreams. It's just me, baby.
Next up, It's Just Me, and this song, first few listens, just not impressed, just too slow, too dreary, just come on, the type of attitude. And I fortunately continue to listen to this album over and over and over because it was the new Bon Jovi album, this new John Bon Jovi, and I just continued to give it a chance, and I'm glad I did, because even though it took some time, maybe 7-8 listens before I started to appreciate this song, and eventually I grew to really love this song. And I've said that before about this album. This is kind of the theme of the album, but it did take some time. But It's Just Me. It's long. It's got a huge instrumental at the end. It's just really got some awesome vibes that were meant to be created through this song. It's cool to listen to in headphones. It's got a really great mix to it. It's all about desperation, hopelessness. Okay, it's depressing. Okay, it's depressing, but it's beautiful too. And the lyrics again are really awesome. And I think this lyrically is one of John Bon Jovi's, one of his best albums, even counting the John Bon Jovi, because obviously he only has 2 solo albums. But in his entire, catalog, I think this is one of his strongest albums lyrically. This ain't a song to grab you by some big hook. It doesn't have any big choruses. It has a very subdued chorus. It's just me, baby. Somehow it works. It took a little time. But I think maybe, I was also young at the time. I was 17 years old. I'm looking for something big here as a Bon Jovi fan. So it took me some time, forgive me, but I came around to really enjoy this song and this entire album. But this song, it fits, within the lyrics, the mood of this song, it fits. And then at the end, it saves whatever big moment, you want in a chorus or you're looking for in a chorus. It saves that towards the end. And then that last instrumental, even though at first I didn't really appreciate it, I was like ready for the next song at that point. I'm like, okay, next. It's actually pretty freaking awesome. Same kind of guitar solo sound that we've heard throughout this album. It's different, but it fits the mood, it fits the lyrics, it fits what this album is all about. It's not a happy sound. It's not a bright, it's not a Richie. It's not who's the new guitar player name? I completely forgot his name off that. Phil X. It ain't Phil X either. It's something different. But it fits so right. It fits so well within the album. So you just have to adjust your mind to accept this album for what it is. But once I did that, I was all on board. And this song is just incredible. To me, I'm going to say 9.5 on this one. It's Just Me, a song that I now look forward to hearing. You might have to be in a particular mood. You might have to be in a particular mood to listen to this album. But I think Destination Anywhere, great album. It's Just Me, great song.
We're both sold our souls. Just growing old in this sleepy dead in town. Destination anywhere. Name the place, I'll be there. Pack a bag and get out of here.
Next up, we got Destination Anywhere, the title track to the album, and it continues similar vibe, similar sound. But this song I felt a little more mainstreamy. It's got a really cool chorus, catchy, and it's a song I really like. Never grew to love this one. Just always thought this was a very solid song, good solid track with the title track of the album, and continuing with the very similar themes. And the album definitely works as an album. You can tell that you have a very specific sound, very specific theme, the lyrics all work. And this song fits right in. A perfect title track for the album too. Destination Anywhere. Pack your bags. I don't care. Let's roll. And wherever we go is where we go. Destination Anywhere. And a really cool concept and really cool song. It's also got an awesome guitar solo, a little more of a melodic guitar solo. Fits very nicely. It comes in with this awesome bridge right here. That's the point where things kind of slow down a little bit, kind of calm down. Bam, hits that big chorus. Destination Anywhere. Really, really, really cool song. Again, a song that I think is just a solid, more of a easy listen, and it didn't take a whole lot of time for me to appreciate this one, although I never thought this was a blow me away 10 either. So just a really nice track here. I mean, there's not a bad song yet at this point. Like I said, I grew to love this album. This album is amazing. It's a really strong album, lyrically, musically. It's rich. It's amazing, but it's not, it's just not typical Bon Jovi. That's all I can say. But this particular song, I'm gonna give it a solid 8.5. That's where I'm about with Destination Anywhere.
Now the circus has left town. This clown has got to get his feet back on the ground. I'm learning how to fall, learning how to take a hit, learning how to fall. Had to walk before I crawl. It was winner take it all. I'm learning how to fall.
Next up, we got Learning How to Fall, another really awesome one. This one, very easy listening, very cool chorus, very cool build up, everything like that. The instrumentals, same throughout. Again, it doesn't, I kind of miss that hard guitar when he goes, I'm learning how to fall. I want to learning how to but it doesn't really happen. It's kind of more of a laid back feel in the back, and it's cool because it matches the rest of the album. So, you know, you gotta, if you're gonna take this album, you gotta take this album for what it is. You don't always get everything you want as far as, you know, looking for something hard, looking for something with more of an edge. But still, it's a really catchy song with really cool lyrics. I can relate to these lyrics. They're awesome. Most people can. And it's a fun song. That's what I can say about this one. It's not, again, I don't think it's a masterpiece of a song or anything, but it's a very catchy one. And it fits within the album. And the instrumentals stay consistent throughout. The background vocals are vital here. When he comes into the chorus and says, I'm learning how to fall, you need the background vocals. Learning how to fall. Learning how to take a hit. Learning how to fall, had to walk before I crawled. It was winter, take it all. So it's really a good song, good solid hook. Yeah, like I said, this album doesn't have a lot of big giant hooks. I wouldn't call this a big giant hook, but it is a hook, and it is catchy, and it is fun. But again, I feel like just something's a little bit missing here with it, but I can't really put my finger on it. But this song I've always enjoyed, fun to listen to. I'll give it a 9 on this one. I like it a lot. I really do. It may not sound like I do. I feel like this could have been a 10. Maybe if it was on a Bon Jovi album and, you know, with Richie and everything, you know, some songs I feel like, oh, maybe missing a little something. Some songs doesn't need that anything extra the way it is, but it does fit within the album.
I was off, I was running, knocked me clean off my feet. Her tongue kept on selling what any blind man could see. And I just kept on stumbling through the stop signs. She said, what you hiding underneath that shirt? Right behind the buttons, there's a heart that hurts. And this evening left a curse. Take it off, make it work. Naked.
Holy shit, what a great groove, right? I mean, there needed to be something that really picked up the tempo, that really, you know, brought something to the table more than just, you know, slow burns. As beautiful as they might be, as awesome as they might be, I think, you know, you gotta have something that it's got a cool groove to it. I mean, not that there wasn't earlier in the album, but it feels like there's a long portion of this album that you're just waiting for something, you know, to kick up the tempo a little bit. And this is it right here. A really cool song, really fun, really cool riff to start it off. And my friend had a girlfriend, she liked to drink. I can't really duplicate the music, but you know, it's got that cool beat to it. And then a cool pre-chorus, you know, she said, what you hiding underneath that shirt? Right behind the buttons, there's a sword. And then you got that little cool little couple of measures here where there's a speaking part, and then it finally hits. Pretty loud guitar for once. Naked. And everything really comes together here. This is a fun song. This is definitely a fun song. A really awesome one. Cool guitar, awesome riffs throughout. And this one, just loved it from day one. I can't lie. Like this one, it didn't need a whole lot of time to grow on me. I knew I liked this song. It's still different. You know, you're not going to get much typical Bon Jovi on this album, but it doesn't matter. This song is just fun and a really cool one. And I'm going to give this one a 9.5. Naked.
Gotta let these wheels roll where the girls are pretty, where the nights explode, and I'm still living down this open road. The arms of pity wait to greet me tonight in the city.
Almost skipped this next track for some reason. There's the 11th track on the album before we get to the last song is actually Little City. Little City, I never loved this one. It's pretty cool. It's got a cool groove to it. I mean, I don't hate it. It's a kind of a fun song to listen to. Forgetting where it's at in the album and how it fits in the album, just as a song itself, it's got a really awesome groove to it. I really enjoy it. It creates this cool atmosphere. That's one of the things that the songs on this album can do. They're not just songs, you know. They're just, let's play a song, and you know, with the way the instrumentals work, it gets really cool vibes throughout this album. And this song, you know, it creates the vibes that I think it's meant to create. It doesn't really have any big hooks. The chorus is somewhat catchy, but it's just a slow burn. I mean, that's what it is. But this is probably my least favorite song on the album, to be completely honest. But it's still a cool song. It's still a good song. I'm going to give it a 7.5. And it's just one, if I'm listening to the album straight through by this point, I'm not loving it. But if I just listen to it individually at any point, just to play it, I do like the song. It's pretty cool.
Somewhere someone's conscience is like a burning bed. The flames all around you, how you gonna sleep again? Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Tell me it was just a dream. August 7, 4:15. God closed his eyes and the world got me. August 7, 4:15.
And then the last song on the album, August 7th, 4:15, about a tragic situation with a little girl who was killed, and what exactly happened is unknown. Whether she was abducted, horrible accident, something happened when she went to get the mail. Her mom let her go get the mail, and she never came back home. They had to go find her. She had a fractured skull. She ended up dying that day, and they think that she was abducted. Somehow maybe was thrown out of the vehicle by the abductor. It's a really strange situation. It was on Unsolved Mysteries. Just a very tragic case, obviously. What exactly happened remains unclear. But Jon Bon Jovi wrote this song about this because this little girl was the daughter of Jon Bon Jovi's tour manager, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. All I know is I love this song. I wish this song never existed, of course, and that tragedy had never happened. But this song I thought was absolutely and is absolutely amazing. I thought my favorite Bon Jovi song of all time. Like, that's my favorite Bon Jovi song ever. That's my favorite Bon Jovi song of all time. I don't know if I still hold it quite that highly, but I absolutely adore this song. I think that it's just absolutely killer. The background, the ooze and everything that goes in the background, the hard guitar, the beat, the drums, the driving bass, and then it was another day, perfect Texas afternoon, and the verse just kicks, and then it hits that really hard chorus that I just absolutely think that this song is incredible. Even though it's hard, even though it's not a slow burn like some of the earlier songs on this album, you feel some serious pressure. You feel with that bass and everything driving that still there's something serious in this song. It doesn't just feel like a fun rock song by any means. It feels like something serious, something tragic, but it also does it in a way that drives. Some might say the song's a little too catchy based on what the song's about and the tragedy that's out. There is a slower acoustic version that I have heard. I don't know if it's on YouTube, but there is a slower acoustic version that I used to listen to that maybe is a little more appropriate. But to me, this song, it still fits. It's not a song I'm going to dance to. It's not a song that I feel a lot of joy from. It's just a song that it's hard and it drives, but it feels kind of spooky at the same time, and kind of like something's wrong, and the lyrics, they explain that, and somehow something happened. Someone got away. Someone's got the answers for what happened here today. And then oh no, 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 no. I think this is a really good, incredible song. Very well done. Again, a shame that it has to exist. A shame that whatever happened, and we don't know what happened. And tragedies happen every day, but this is one that was personal to Jon Bon Jovi, and just hard to look into. You see the picture of this little girl, just absolutely horrible, and we just wonder, was it an accident? Are they trying to hide something? The family did because there's theories that she grabbed it back at the car. There's all kinds of theories that maybe there wasn't another perpetrator, or there wasn't a kidnapping. It's just a very mysterious case. But the song itself, I love the song. I just do. I just think the song is fantastic, and I think it's a 10. Unfortunately, the circumstances surrounding and what the song's about is just an absolute tragedy. But I first, for a while, I was like, this is my favorite Bon Jovi song ever written, period. That's what I felt about it. And I know it wasn't a hit song or anything like that. It wasn't really meant to be a hit, but it was just my favorite song on the album. My absolute favorite. And August 7th, 4:15, God closed his eyes and the world got mean. And really good song, really good lyrics. And that's the end of the regular album. There are some bonus tracks, but I Talk to Jesus. I Talk to Jesus is kick ass. Wish that one made the album. Cold Heart is pretty awesome. Sad Song Night. I'm just looking through some of the bonus tracks here on Wikipedia. Sad Song Night. That's kicks. I love that song. So, as typical Bon Jovi, some of the best songs get left off the album. But even saying that, the album itself is a beautiful, awesome album, and I really love Destination Anywhere. As an entire album, 9.1 for Jon Bon Jovi's Destination Anywhere. This album is fantastic. Highly recommend it. If you don't have this album, you need to get this album some way, somehow. I'm sure you have it and you know all about it, or you wouldn't have watched the video for this long. You guys have a great day. Sorry, this is a little longer review. I kind of went on and on and on and on and on. Sorry about that. Try not to ramble, but it just happens when I talk Bon Jovi. You guys have a great day. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. We'll talk to you next time.